because when you're producing content for people to consume, you're thinking of it from a different aspect as far as I'm gonna just get on here and scroll today, or I'm gonna just get on here and talk about whatever new show everybody's talking about. I'm talking about House of Dragons, or it's like it's a different mindset.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about social media right now, but when people get into a producer mindset, you think differently than 90 something percent of people anyways about everything it is, because you're producing everything, or you're thinking of how you can produce something. It's a totally different mindset.
Yo, what up? Right now I'm out ATVing in the rainforest with a group of high-level entrepreneurs. I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur. My mentor, Nehemiah Davis, 8-figure entrepreneur.
Listen to me, y'all. And I don't even want to put him in a box. I know you teach 99 ways how to get into real estate, how to use OPM, but this man's going to teach y'all just entrepreneurship, period. How to get in the game, stay in the game, and get that 6 and 7 figures, man. This man constantly investing in himself, putting himself in rooms. This is why he's on that next level. This is why he's been making this type of impact for so many years. But now that man coming out and helping y'all do it. So when Blake said, yo, I'm about to go crazy, I said, I'm looking at it. So listen, if y'all interested, getting your money right, getting your time back, and be able to scale and grow your businesses, AstenCeo, Blake, I'm telling y'all, don't look nowhere else. When you told me the 99 ways, though, peep this. I never heard nobody say 99 ways.
Right.
I heard about 1,
you heard a couple,
2, 3, 4, 5 max. 99? Yeah, okay. Y'all
crazy,
tripping,
y'all.
But I really don't. 99 ways? It's impossible to fail.
Most important thing y'all can do is get in the room.
Welcome to another episode of It's Credit at the Top. I'm your host, AstenCeo. Shout out to the voice of God on the other end.
Yeah.
And man, somebody asked me the other day too. Somebody asked me some question that was like, it was like a who question. They were asking who does something, and he's like, or does the voice of God do that? I was like, the voice of God does that. Somebody in my community. If y'all don't know, we got a community of hundreds of like-minded individuals, all entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. Get weekly training from myself and other 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs, plus a whole bunch of courses. People that are networking with each other, they're holding each other accountable. I saw some members today, they're forming an accountability group in real estate. I was like, all right, that's dope. But it's less than $1 a day, so check it out. The link's somewhere here, somewhere in the description, or text the words I'm in, the 859-605-3297. But last Wednesday, he was asking me something. And he was like, I said, nah, my guy that helps me with my videos and the podcast, he's like, oh yeah, the voice of God, right? I was like, yeah. So shout out to the voice of God, man.
Hey,
you know
man.
out here.
Hey, man, hold on. Don't let me be at a drive-through and somebody be like, hey, I recognize that voice, man.
And it's fitting title, the voice of God. You don't even see the face, but you feel him.
Hey, I like that, man.
And you know him.
I like that. I'm happy with that.
But staying on that same subject, bro, you a munch.
Hey. Hey, you know why I'm laughing? I'm laughing so hard because like 2 nights ago, I was go post on Instagram about how, hey, y'all used to be happy to be munches. Don't be mad now because it's a song out about y'all.
Nah, I'm just saying. I saw you post something on the gram, and it had that song in the background. I was like,
oh yeah.
I feel like I know why you did it, but I was like, that's an odd song selection.
Well, one, I actually like the song. One, And then 2,
Okay.
it was a cheat code for the day on the reel. Like,
Yeah, because it's a trending sound.
yeah, so
That's why I figured, because I hit the sound and I saw the arrow going up, and that means it's trending. For people that don't know, if you any reel that you see, you can hit the sound, and when you hit the sound, it'll show everybody else that's used that sound, and it'll either have a musical note or an arrow pointing up. If the arrow's pointing up, that means that the sound is trending. So if you want to drive more engagement to your post, you want to use a trending sound. That's why all of the content creators, you're constantly hearing the same songs over and over and over again, because they're playing those algorithm games and using the trending sounds on their stuff. And then they want to have so all those videos where they're not talking and they're just pointing at words and all that type of stuff. A lot of them have the same song because they're driving engagement to it by using the trending sounds. That's why one of my reels got picked up like crazy, because the trend was trending. So like so many people was using it. I was like, oh, look at these people using my stuff, using my voice.
I posted a joint today. Somebody used the audio. I was like, hey, let's go.
Using my audio or one of yours?
One of mine.
It's dope, right?
Yeah, I got
the
hype.
First one.
I got hype. Well, now that's the second time that's happened.
Ah, all right.
Yeah, that's the second time it happened. Well, it was the first time where it was so fast. Like today I posted it, and then like 15 minutes later, the reel was going crazy, and then somebody had used it. I was like, hey, let's go.
Yeah. But it be like cool and exciting at first, and then after a while it just be like, yeah. I'm like, that sucks that it's like you only get that first time feeling. Like about anything.
Yeah, anything in life for sure.
You only get that first time feeling one time. Because I remember my joint that was going crazy. Meek Mill posted it. And I know you know of my history of like how much of a big Meek fan I used to be. Still am, but like heavy. You was like, bro, Meek posted your stuff. And I was like, yeah, I saw. He's like, I know you hype. And I just read the text because I was like, I ain't even gonna kill his excitement for me right now, because I was just like, that's what's up. I wasn't excited at all. I just was like, why are these people in my comments tagging Meek?
Yeah.
Like, thanks Meek, or Meek sent me. I'm like, what? I go on his page, he had reposted. I was like, that's what's up. I'm reading your text, you over here like, bro, I know you hype. I know what Meek means and the music and how you used to, when you on your grind and hustling, you be listening to Meek. I know you over here geek.
Bro, I was over here bouncing off the wall. And you know, I ain't even excitable. I was over here bouncing off the wall. And then you told me, you was like, I was like, yeah. I was like, really?
Yeah, I was like, it's what's up.
Like, what? That's funny, dog. But I mean, that's inevitable though. That's inevitable.
Yeah. I was watching something Drake was talking about. He was giving like musical artists advice. They asked him something. What would you tell a new actor something? He was like, when you have that moment of like, when you first start to get a fan base and people start to discover your music, he was like, live in that song, because you only get that new artist just discovered you once, and it never comes back. Because I remember like when I remember it felt good when I first heard about Drake before he was like Drake. Because when I first got up on Drake, it's still like a lot of people didn't know who Drake was.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're not gonna get that again.
And that's real. That's
real. And that's very rare now, to just period, with the way music is now, to like get that something that you heard that nobody else is up on.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm getting that feeling with Simba, because he got a little push. He's getting a little bigger, getting better looks. And I remember when I first told you some of my other friends about Simba, I was like, yo, it's Simba, dude.
Yeah.
Then LeBron posted their freestyle, like, yo, Simba. I was like, God, it's happening for Simba. then COVID hit.
And then for those who don't know, Blake prides himself on being the first.
Not now.
Not
I
no
used
more.
to.
That
Not
that
now.
excitement has wavered as well, huh?
Because it's not the same no more.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that I really would be like that on would be like music.
Yeah, I know. Cause you put me on everybody damn near. Like I definitely give you the K-Dot credit. Definitely give you the Weeknd credit. I might even give you Frank Ocean credit. And who else? Janae. Even though I'm not all the way tapped into Simba, you was the first person to send me anything Simba. Send me a freestyle, like a LA Leakers joint.
Shoot, probably Big Sean too.
Nah, I was on Big Sean.
You wasn't on the Finally Famous joints.
I was, because them came out before you was at Southern.
Mm.
Back when we was burning CDs.
I got on Big Sean. I didn't hear 1 or 2, but 3. Finally Famous 3 when I got on Sean. But yeah, it would be music, bro. Because in my free time, I really used to like scour the internet looking for new stuff. I found out about Nipsey when we was in college on your computer, because you was out. Everybody was gone. I was like, dang, I didn't get the invite this Friday night. I'm the only person on both sides of the dorm. Because in college, the basketball team, they gave us like a corner of the dorm. And it was like these 2 suites was just basketball players. Nobody was on either side. Man, I was like, dang.
I wish I knew what night that was.
I know it was a weekend. It was a Friday or a Saturday. Or I won't say nobody. The 1 or 2 people that were there, I'm not about to. You can probably think of at least one of the people. You could probably think of two of them if you think. I ain't gonna say no names, but you can probably figure out quickly who the 2 were.
Yeah, I know for sure one.
Yeah, and the other one you came up with a joke about that was like hilarious. That involved I ain't gonna get too many hints just in case they.
Yeah, you gotta let me know after we stop recording.
Yeah, but I remember that night though. I was just looking, and I was on World Star, and
I know you talking about.
Yeah, and it was But that night I was on World Star, and it was a clip, and it was Nipsey, but he had his braids like down like this.
Like
he might have had
joint.
He probably might have only had like 4 braids, nappy looking braids too. Like they weren't fresh, like 2 back here, 2 back here, 6, but they was hanging down. He was in a wife beater, skinny. This early Nip, so it ain't no beard. Just got a skinny mustache, a little bit of hair on the chin. And it wasn't a song neither. It was just like, just showing where this dude from. And you seeing the ghetto birds in the sky. I don't know, ghetto birds. Helicopters. Seeing helicopters in the sky. It's this dramatic music, and it's basically like Nipsey Hussle is of the streets. Like, what? Yeah. And then some little kid come, and Nip sitting in the car, and Nip giving them some advice. Like, the boys made a decision. He doing some stuff out in the streets, and Nip give him some best street advice at the time for what he was doing. And I was like, what is it? And that made me go listen to the music. because I'm like, man, what is this dude? Let me go see. And at the
Yeah.
time, Bullets Ain't Got No Name Volume 2 was out. So that's when I got introduced to Nip. Bullets Ain't Got No Name Volume 2. It was a 3-part mixtape series.
I think I might have listened to maybe 2 or 3 songs from that whole series.
He got this song called Piss Poor. That's what did it for me. And that's not even like a Nip classic. Like,
Yeah.
that ain't gonna be on no essential playlist.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna be on nothing. Like, cause he got this lyric, and it got a feature on it too of some dude that I don't know who it is. Like Nip only he might only have 1 verse on there. Nah, he got 2 verses. But the last thing that he said, how the verse go? It starts off like impossible odds. Every boss take a loss. Still I live for my people and I die for my squad. I come from the struggle. I was brought up to hustle. Me and my mama and my granny and my big brother. My Uncle Reggie smoked dope, but we still love him. He pawned my granny. He said my Uncle Reggie smoked dope. Yeah, my Uncle Reggie smoked dope, and we still love him. He pawned my granny wedding ring, and she still trusts him. If I ruled the world, I wouldn't change nothing. I thank the Lord for my struggle because I came from it. Hustle. That short, that's what did it. I was like,
quick, like 8 bars, won you over.
and then when he says hustle, the hook come back and piss poor from the hood, but I blew. Now I push 6 fours up and down Crenshaw, piss poor from the hood, but I blew. But it ain't even like he was killing it or nothing.
Yeah,
it was just
that one resonated. That was the one.
Yeah, and I like, me, all my favorite rappers, I call it reality rap. So it be like stuff that I personally can relate to. So it's stuff in that small little thing I can relate to. Same people, different type of story.
Yeah.
I got an uncle by the same name that had done some stuff similar to what he said in that little bitty thing. And then other stuff, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle, I like him.
Yeah. Then
I started listening to him, and I'm banging Nip. And then we had a teammate from LA. He was like, yeah, he's never gonna make it though. I was like, why? He's like, cause he's like, he's not a gangster rapper. He's like, these rappers, they rap about stuff. He's in it.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it sounds good. He got shot. He's like, no, you don't understand. You don't understand the politics of LA, bro. Like he's in it. And as my fandom of Nip, it was a slow walk to get to where he got through to that Victory Lap album because of a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it was just cool to see. But well, man, I just had something on my mind that I thought about this the other day too. And I'm wondering if anybody knows the answer, please let me know. Who owns the Bible? Because they getting paid. Who owns the Bible? Bro, the Bible is getting printed there's so many copies of the Bible. There's so many versions of the Bible.
Yeah, so many versions.
Who owns the Bible and who is getting that money? Why don't nobody ask?
Probably something like the Vatican or something. Like I be feeling like the Vatican own everything.
And why they get the rights to it?
Because they the Vatican. The most gangsterous organization on this planet that nobody talk about. And we even gotta go too deep into it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, who owned the Bible? Bro, think about how much money the Bible has generated.
Oh man, it probably can't even account for it. I wonder if there's like you said, like if somebody like really owns like the rights and for every Bible that get printed, like a percentage of something got to go to said
But
company.
somebody owns everything, so somebody has to own it, or else they couldn't produce it.
Man, I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah. I gotta hop in the
Like just somebody somewhere would just spend their own money to make something and not get nothing for it. Like,
Hey, yo, you work entirely too hard to make entirely too little of income, and that would instantly change for you if you just had a digital product. Now, the great thing about digital products is that you only have to do the work one time, and you can literally get paid forever. Now, most people, they work, and then they get paid. But with digital products, you do the work once, and then you get paid, paid. Now go ahead, click the link and come join me over the next 5 days where I show you how to take your own intellectual property and monetize your genius by turning it into a digital asset. Over these next 5 days, I'm going to share with you all the tips, tools, strategies, secrets, and systems to monetize your own IP, to monetize your own intellectual property. Now, I highly suggest that you get a VIP option because if you're the best, why not get the best? Plus, it's 50% off right now. I see you on the challenge.
I think if people really started to question who owns that, might cause some problems. Probably somewhere.
People start coming up missing.
Oh, but just think, bro. That's got to be the world's best seller.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Why it ain't on no New York best time seller list?
Probably the same reason why the Saudis are never on the Forbes list.
I think that's because that. Do you think the Saudis don't want to be on it, or Forbes don't want them on it?
I think that it wouldn't even be entertaining to put their net worth on there and then have like Elon after. like because I feel like they
Yeah.
family, you know what I'm saying, is like worth like
Yeah.
$100 trillion or something crazy. So it wouldn't even be like, what's the point of
People
doing
don't. People don't know that. Like, people don't know that the Saudis aren't on the Forbes list and all this stuff. Like, people really think that those rankings that Forbes puts on stuff are like true because Forbes said it.
Right. Man, really, really believing that like Elon is the richest man in the world. Like, nah, bro.
Even if he is. You don't think these people in the Emirates is number 3, 2, 4?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
For sure.
like, come on, fam. They own oil, which is basically like owning water. Imagine if you own the water. What you own? Water. Like, think about that though, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd he get his money? How'd he get his fortune? What you own? Water.
4 oceans.
Water. No, don't even say which. Like, just water. I don't own this. I don't own the water over there. I don't own the water over here. Water.
Just water.
What you own? Oil. And I can say water because it basically is water. They drill down deep enough in water and get the oil. So it's like, come on, man. Forbes list. Oh, water. And I was thinking if it was a thing of if they didn't want to be seen or not over there, if the Saudis didn't want to be seen. But I'm like, nah, they do like attention because their lifestyle that they live are very is flamboyant the proper word to use?
Yeah.
It's very look at me. It's very crazy exotic cars, exotic animals for pets.
Exotic animals in the exotic cars.
Yeah. Pet
crazy.
cheetahs.
Yeah.
When the celebrities from over here go over there, they go to their houses and stuff. Like, so they don't mind being known. Like Kevin Hart will go over there and come back, and I'll hear him on an interview talk about how he was at some prince of whatever's house, or uh, whatever rapper talk about going on tour and they over there and all this stuff is told, or Lil Wayne talk about how the dude gave him a Lamborghini truck. What was it on Drink Champs?
Yeah.
He's like, he did something, and dude was like, pick a car of your choice. He's like, I want a Lamborghini truck. He's like, what color? Black. It's like, you'll have it soon as you get back to Miami. Wayne thought dude was just capping.
Yeah.
He get to the crib, black Lamborghini truck.
You know, he ended up giving it to Skip Bayless.
Like, the Lamborghini?
Yeah. Because Wayne moved and forgot the car. And he just told Skip he can have it.
How does that work as far as transferring title and stuff?
I don't know.
Because I just wonder, because I've heard stories like that. Like, I've heard stories of Iverson. Iverson couldn't find it. He forgot where his Rolls Royce was parked, so he just told the dudes, you keep it. No. I heard that he didn't remember where he parked it, so he went and just bought another one instead of looking for the car. Then I heard another time where some teammate like man, this car I like that car. And Iverson throwing the keys was like, you can have it.
That's legend right there.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why they said they whoever negotiated his Reebok deal put that clause in there to where he get 40 or 50 million when he turned 50 years old or 45 years old or something.
Yeah.
Because of that, they said Iverson had like millions in trash bags at the crib. Some trash bags came up missing.
For what? Like, he just
mentality and environment. I know people that keep hundreds of thousands of dollars in the crib.
Yeah, me too, but I'm talking about like Iverson.
I'm talking about people that's living legal lives. Yeah, I know the other side of it too, but I know people that's legal. 100,000 at the crib, 80,000 at the crib.
Yeah.
And they not living no rapper looking lifestyle, nothing. They just regular working people.
Yeah, I've always aspired to have a nice safe with a bunch of money in it.
Safe.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they on. I don't know.
It's exposure. Just even these other people that's not living a legal life. I know these people. They ain't got safes in their crib. Stuff ain't in the safe.
Yeah.
Stuff be in a shoebox.
Yeah,
Stuff will be in a cereal box or something like.
Yeah, I want a safe. Like
I know somebody that probably at the time they probably had like $50,000 in a saltine cracker box.
the white and blue joint, the classic joint.
Yeah. This is real life. That's what I'm saying. It's a mentality and environment thing. Because you come from a certain place, you don't trust the banks, or you've been through certain stuff, and you had money in a bank account, and somebody came and took your money out your bank account. You don't want your money in the bank account no more. So use Iverson for example. If he's been around street dudes, and just traditionally black people don't trust banks, just period.
Right.
You'll have an old person that's 87 years old with just money all around the house everywhere. That's why when people be passing away, one of my homeboys, He bought a crib. He was doing a rehab on a house. They opened up the wall. Like $40,000 was in the wall.
Mm.
That's some old person that don't trust the bank putting the money somewhere safe, but they don't tell their family where the money's at.
Right. And when that
So,
happens, they get to keep the bread, huh?
yeah, it's his house.
Yeah.
You buy it as is, and it says in the contract as is.
Mm.
He told me that story. That's why I started looking through every wholesale deal I had. I started looking. Like I couldn't open up the walls and stuff, but I was looking.
Yeah.
I was like, "What? You found 40,000 in the wall?" Like I'm looking through these cribs first.
he going through that thing, knocking, seeing if anything hollow.
Yeah, that's one. That's one. And if people want to fact check me, like I always say, there's no cap in my rap. If somebody wants to go back far enough, this is probably, if you go on my IG, this is probably 2019. I'm in the house and I'm like giving people game. I'm holding the phone and I used to have something called Minute Mondays. I gave game every single Monday. And this particular Minute Monday, I was in one of my deals that I was working. And I'm looking through the house. I'm like, yo, y'all can find stuff in these houses that are of value.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is what I found in this house. It was a pistol. It was I found a pistol. I found a gold chain and and some vibrators. So I was like, I'm gonna leave the pistol. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm leaving the
That's
pistol.
smart.
I'm leaving the vibrators. And I was pretty sure the chain was fake, but I'm like, I'm gonna just take it just in case.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
And there was a piano in there. I was like, I guess I could, if I wanted to, take the piano and sell it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like,
heavy.
nah.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have got it. I would have paid somebody to
Yeah, for sure.
come and get it. But I was like, nah. So whatever.
My pops would have been like, "Nah, we're gonna take that gun." I'm like, no.
Nah, I'm cool.
No.
Ain't no telling what's on it. Ain't no telling it, who's on that gun. That gun could have some bodies on it.
Exactly.
So I was like, nah, I ain't taking that. But speaking of how I was talking about Wayne, it's Wayne's birthday today.
Mm-hmm.
As of today, on the date that we're filming this, it's September the 27th. Wayne's birthday. And I was thinking, and I've been listening to nothing but, all I listened to was Wayne today. Like I had a bunch of errands to run. And I've gotten to the point now, I'm really don't be listening to music in the car. I'm usually like audio book and a podcast in it. Or interview, but I was listening to Wayne and I was like, man. I was like, man, Wayne is something.
Yeah.
Like great.
Yeah.
Like something great. And it was just bringing back memories of just like, songs bring back memories of life for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just remembering where I was in life when these songs was hitting.
Mm-hmm.
And he got this song called I'm Me. And I was like, dang, I'm Me was a super grind level in life. And I'm Me was like the soundtrack to get through some of the grind.
Mm-hmm. That
at
was
that
SU
time.
though, right?
Mm-mm.
No.
I'm Me came out. I was in. Nah, it was before that.
Mm.
I don't know about when it might have actually released, but the first time I heard it, because he put it on some mixtape later.
Yeah.
I heard it. It wasn't on nothing. So much Wayne stuff would just come out that they was like, oh, you might have been at SU. I wasn't.
Because he
The
performed it
time
at the
frame is there because Cause I was only there at SU for 2 years, so you was at
Yeah.
SU.
Yeah. And he
So
performed
yeah,
it on the award show, right? Like for the first
I think
time.
so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when he was on his run.
But I heard it before that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just like you just hear Wayne stuff all the time. Like
Yeah.
if people can remember the time frame when Carter 3 came out, because that was supposed to be like Wayne's at his peak.
Mm.
Like this is like I am the superstar. He's the biggest thing in music. Carter 3 was like supposed to be. That's why he knew he was gonna do the Millie first week. That's why they did the song of Millie and stuff. Like it was like
Mm-hmm.
Carter 3 leaked so many times that they had to keep changing the album.
Yeah.
There's songs that I'm listening to, it's saying uh the Carter, the Carter. But it's like, oh, this was supposed to be on the Carter. But everybody not heard it, so they just keep on changing it and kept changing it. I'm like, and he
Yeah.
has that many great songs to where they could keep on changing.
Right. Right.
Cause he got a mixtape series called The Drought. And some of them songs on The Drought too, I feel like you can hear him. I don't know what the things is called in the actual musical term, but like when he's just talking, like in the background of the beat, he's like the Carter, and he's like drought, the Carter, drought.
Which one was better, Drought 2 or Drought 3?
I don't even remember. I just
Drought.
remember there was one. There was one. I feel like the first only thing I can really remember off of the drought, and I feel like it was the first drought. He had like something similar to the first Carter, and well, really, shoot, maybe he had it on the Carter 4 too. I can't remember, but it was like think of the first Carter. He walked you through the Carter
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end with the same beat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
On the drought, he had something similar with the same beat, and I just remember messing with those
Mm.
songs.
Yeah,
Because I remember,
yeah.
let me put my 7.5s in this mother effer. I'm in this mother effer, hot up in this. I don't care who not up in this mother effer. Fuck boy, get shot up in this mother effer, pop up in this mother, slide off in this, call a doctor in this mother. How can one human be so sick, immune to your chick? I move through the club, the tool on my hip. Watch how me deck me out, the strap might go off. But I'm gonna take it back to you. Like that's the whatever it was. I just remember I was like, dang. But Wayne was one of the first people, and I tell people that I have mentors from afar. Like a lot of people, they think that in order to have a mentor, it has to be somebody that you
Mm-hmm.
have personal access to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, you can learn from so many people by just looking at their demonstration. And I talked
Right.
about this on social media one time, and everybody in my comments, this is one post that went viral, and everybody in the comments was like, no, you don't have to. You can be lazy and still be a fan of somebody.
Oh, it just hit me.
I'm
That's why
like,
you posted that joint today, because of Wayne's birthday.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I reposted. I forgot I did. I
Yeah.
reposted it again.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
these people are defending, everybody in the comments of that post were defending their laziness
Mm-hmm.
because they got offended because they were like, I'm fans of certain people and I don't do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
This is my release. Which I do understand that people do listen to music for a release, or
Mm-hmm.
people have things to escape the world.
Right.
You don't want to think about what it is that you're going through right now. But I'm
Right.
like, I used to be like that. I'm not like that anymore. I don't want to escape my life.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do something to whereas I don't feel as if I have to escape nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I like some people drink. People drink. Some people drink to escape
Yep. Escapism
whatever
is
they're
real.
going through at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Versus if I have a drink, this is because I just want to sit there and have a drink. I want to sit, maybe have a good conversation, enjoy a football game, or a lot of times when I drink now, it'd be whatever pairs well with my dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Because I eat out all the time.
Yeah,
So
that's grown folk talk right there for the listeners.
yeah, I know
What
this. I know
pairs
this.
well?
I know this. I know that my Pinot Noir is not gonna go well with my Branzino.
Right.
So let me get maybe the Pinot Grigio.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people,
Yeah.
this ain't fish
School.
stick talk, yeah.
School.
This
Let
ain't
them know.
fish stick talk.
Hey, this ain't beer battered over here.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? This ain't catfish. Some people ketchup, mustard.
But it's funny though, like people really don't be knowing that though. Like people really don't know. They don't understand that it really makes a
Yeah,
difference.
my liquor of choice is tequila, preferably añejo. But I know that on my steak Sundays, yeah, I could have an añejo neat with my steak, but I'm like I would rather have a old fashioned with my steak on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Because the bourbon pair well with the steak, or then I would do a red I like Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
That would go good with a steak or something, or even just if I'm at I don't eat burgers that often, but if I'm having a burger, depending on where I'm getting the burger from and like what type of burger it is, a beer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like stuff that goes
Yeah, for sure.
with the meal.
For sure.
I was with my homie last week. I got a Mexican mule because it went well with the
Just tacos.
not bang bang shrimp. You would love bang bang
Oh,
shrimp, bro.
talking about from Longhorn?
Nah, they better
Oh,
than
it's
them
the restaurant.
shrimps.
Oh, for real? Cause them shrimps hard. I think they
Nah,
firecracker shrimp or something.
these is you ever been to Bonefish?
Bonefish Grill is the name of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't saying Bonefish is the best restaurant, but I feel like Bonefish has one of the best appetizers, the bang bang shrimp.
Mm.
I'm like, I wanted a bang bang shrimp. The a tequila mule goes good with that.
Yeah.
So I'm grown out here, man. It ain't all about getting fucked up.
Well, it just made me think of the punch I used to make for them kickbacks. Just a terrible concoction, bro.
Nah, if I go out to eat, if anybody ever sees me dining in and eating, I'm having 2 drinks with my dinner. I'm going home.
Mm. Yeah.
Once that 3rd drink comes in, I might not. I might. We might have another destination. That's how it typically works. I invite somebody to dinner with me. If I'm by myself, I'm getting 2. That other person comes, and it might be the 3 or the 4, and then it'd be like, man, what you try to do?
Yeah. What's next? What's next? End up in a random spot on a random day.
Cool. Or some of them Mondays I call you about some stuff, it be because I had that 3rd old fashioned. I'll be like, man. But with the mentor stuff though, I was saying how you can learn from people from afar. Wayne's one of the first people that taught me work ethic. Because Wayne works.
Yeah, for sure.
Like when Wayne got on, like I know he was always known, but when he became the one,
Yeah.
when he became best rapper alive, when he became in a lot of people's eyes the GOAT, you could see the work. There's no way that he could put out that much music on top of how much music was just leaking
Right.
unauthorized if
Right.
he's not in that studio every day working.
Yeah.
And I saw that demonstration. I'm like, man, Wayne working. Let me let me put the game down right now and go get to work.
Mm.
Like that used to be a question I would ask myself. Is Wayne playing video games right now?
Wayne ain't even listening to his own music.
I'd be like, nah. I'm like, nah, Wayne probably in the studio. Well,
Yeah.
let me go in the studio. Then I watch Wayne interview and he be talking about, they asking him all stuff that he do, and he be like, I'm in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And then the clip started to come out when Young Money, before what Young Money turned into, when Young Money had Currency in it. And them, and they on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
They on the bus on tour, going to different shows and stuff. Wayne recording on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang, he working. Then that documentary came out, unauthorized, some more unauthorized stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because that he ain't want that out. Dang, when Wayne get off of the bus, Wayne does the show. Before the show, Wayne's on the bus recording. They get to the show, Wayne does the show, more work. They get done with the show, Wayne's on the bus recording. They get to the hotel, Wayne untakes the suitcase, it's the microphone, and he's setting up the microphone stand. And then he working. I was like, all right, Wayne working. I mean,
Yeah.
did I really do enough today?
That's why I be like, ain't no work life balance. I don't see the work life balance. I see the work.
It's not true. The only people that are focused on a work life balance are broke.
Mm,
That's the only people. The only people you hear talking about a work life balance are people that aren't making the amount of income that they want to make,
mm,
and they're worried about work life balance because they're not doing something that they want to do also. So they feel like they're spending too much time doing something that they don't want to do.
right, right,
And they're thinking about the work life balance. Bro, I don't know nobody that's out here getting to it talking about a balance.
right.
No, nobody in my circle talking about no looking for a balance. None of my mentors are talking about no balance. Nobody that I look at from afar, I never hear them in any interviews talking about balance.
Man.
It's like whoever's in their life, they understand this is what it is, and this is what
Mm,
comes with it. But balance, nah. If you want win, it ain't no balance to it.
that is that.
You always gonna be out of balance. So if you do choose to uh take some time off of getting it and put more emphasis on the the uh the family or the personal life, you're gonna be out of balance. Like something's gonna fall off. But you
Mm,
just have to choose that.
mm,
But it ain't no. And I don't even get that. I want balance? I want work life balance. If something is at balance, do people understand the scale is at zero?
mm.
Everybody's goal is to get to zero. I've just noticed that everybody's goal is to get to zero. I want work life balance. Scales at zero. Cool. You want to get to zero. I want to get out of debt. Debt is zero. You're fighting to get to zero. Why is everybody fighting to get to the bottom?
Mm. Man, that's real.
Everybody's goal is not everybody, but majority of people's goal, they fighting to get to zero. You fighting to get to the bottom.
Mm.
I want some numbers on the board.
Man, that's real. All I can
Now
hear
I
in
ain't
my head
saying
is Dion. He's like, "Oh, this profound right here. Thank you, God, for sending me this message."
thank you God for giving me this.
Oh, this profound right here. Now that's real.
But for real, the way that everybody's been uh everybody in the matrix, if they just if they just took which pill was it, bro? Was it the red or the blue that Neo took?
I never remembered. I never remember which pill it was.
Like, if you take the proper pill and just step out of the matrix for a second, you can see the stuff for what it is.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, everybody's been brainwashed to achieve nothing. Like literally. Majority of people you come across, their goal is to get to zero. They're working so hard to get to zero.
Yeah.
I'm like, what part of the game is that?
Man, that's so real. I never even looked at it like that. Man, that's real.
Everything, bro. Zero, zero, zero. But Wayne though, I was like, and then just with it happening to be Wayne's birthday today, and my ads happening to get kicked back in and cut back on today.
I was seeing.
I was like, this is you saw some of my ads today?
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, back in the groove.
So
Not like the
I'm like,
same
this is
ones. It was like bam, bam, bam. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, so this is like so I was like, I'm just really excited, bro. Like this is the most excited I've been personal wise and business wise in a
Mm,
while.
mm,
And I'm just so fitting with me listening to Wayne all day today because it was his birthday, and that's
mhm,
just something I do like on people that I'm a real fan of when it's a time to celebrate them. I
mm,
do. And so I'm in the car, I'm listening to Wayne all day, and like I said, these songs is taking me back to where I was in time when them songs was out and when I first heard it. And I was
yeah.
like, and then my ads, I haven't been able to run ads for a while. So with my
Mhm,
ads kicking back in, I was like, this is about to be my mixtape Wayne era.
mm,
This is mixtape Wayne, AstenCeo.
mm,
Because mixtape Wayne was everywhere. You could not hear Wayne.
yeah.
That's how my voice is about to be. My voice is about to be you cannot not hear my voice. That's gonna be level one of it. Level two of it's gonna be Wayne's Wayne was putting out so much music at a crazy rate, and Wayne was doing everybody's features.
Mm-hmm,
Level two is gonna be you gonna be seeing me on these other people's podcasts.
mm-hmm.
Level three gonna be he made it overnight. But he been on though. But he been on. It ain't like he just because Wayne had been on mixtape time, but he wasn't on.
Right, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't impactful.
Yeah, I even heard Matt Hoffa talk about like you might have heard this clip too, is recently. He was talking about how for them the Gangsta Grills did it and Carter 2 did it. He was like, cause they was doing the squads, but he wasn't really spitting like that. I was like, what versions were y'all listening to? Like what? Y'all crazy.
But that's what Matt Hoffa said he wasn't spitting until Gangsta Grills.
Yeah, like Gangsta Grills and Carter 2. He said it was like around that time is when and like and I take that as that's when the impact shifted because
Yeah,
they had drama on. That's why the
'cause
conversation was brought up.
I ain't seen that. Matt Hoffa, he's I'm assuming he's from New York, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So so that's what I'm saying. Like when I get to what I said, first level's gonna be you gonna hear me everywhere. Second level gonna be
Features.
uh features, which
Mhm.
is utilizing other people's audiences. That's what a feature is. That's what Wayne was doing.
Mhm.
That's the marketing. That's the marketing that nobody thinks of the marketing
Right.
behind this stuff.
Right.
Utilizing other people's audiences, other people's stages. You do that enough, then it turns into, man, he ain't. But it's like when you pop, it's like people don't see the come up, even though
Right.
it's been there
Mhm.
and it's readily available for you to see. Just like Wayne, say somebody like him, Math Hoffa can say to DJ Drama on his podcast, yeah, but he didn't really start spitting like that till dedication, till was the first Gangsta Grill's dedication? Yeah,
Yeah. Because they were talking
till
about which one was
dedication.
better.
Yeah, till dedication in Carter 2. Even though it's all there.
Mm-hmm.
You got you got uh you got The Block is Hot. You got Lights Out.
Mm-hmm.
You got 500 Degrees. You got Carter 1.
Mm-hmm.
Them albums. You got the Hot Boys stuff. Yeah. But then Wayne was like, and this is something that a lot of people don't know about Wayne either. Wayne's favorite rapper was Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, we're of an age of where we can remember what certain music sounded like. The South, even though we from the South, it was different. So
Mm-hmm.
like I miss certain waves of people that everybody loved because I was into a different type of rap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting to a point where I'm like, yo, this Jay-Z's incredible.
Yeah.
And the Southern rappers I was listening to was spitting different. So like a Ludacris, for example, yeah, people think Luda's just a funny type of guy, but Luda was spitting different, bro.
Yeah.
Like Luda had bars, bro.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So it's like if I'm listening to Hove and I love Fab. If I'm listening to Hove and I'm listening to Fab and them, the South people I'm listening to is Luda, Outkast, uh, uh, Face,
Mm.
uh, like they was spitters.
Yeah.
But Baby wanted Wayne to rap about, like Wayne would go to the studio and Wayne couldn't rap about what he wanted to rap about until like Carter 2, Carter 3.
Mm.
Even
Mm.
the first Carter, it's like Wayne comes to the studio. And I've heard this come out of Wayne's mouth. So for all the people that always say I don't know what I'm talking about, everything I'll be saying, I either know what I'm talking about, have some information on it, or I've heard it out the horse's mouth themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wayne said he would come to the studio and the beat would already be picked and the topic is picked. Rap about this on this song, Wayne. But I want to rap about cars on this.
Mm.
All right, now this next, all right, cool, you knocked that out. Now this next beat, rap about girls. All right, cool. Now on this beat, uh, rap about the struggle.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, now this beat, rap about loud pipes. All right, now this beat, rap about. Yeah, that's when mixtape Wayne started because the only way that he was able to get out what he wanted to get out,
Mm-hmm.
he said Baby wasn't approving it. So he just started to do the mixtape stuff.
Yeah.
That's why mixtape Wayne sounds so different than earlier Wayne. And people thinking that, oh, what happened? It's like, nah, this is what and if you paid attention to that mixtape Wayne, you're not shocked when Carter 2 come out.
Right. Right.
You're not shocked when the Gangsta Grill started to happen. Cause that's what I had been hearing for a minute.
Exactly.
That's what I'm hearing on. He said that's how them Squad Up started. Squad Up, it was him and his homies, him and his crew. They in the studio. Wayne like, this is. I can't say what I want to say. He said, "Baby ain't let me say what I want to say. So we just gonna jack these beats, and since we can't put it out because it's somebody else's beat, we just gonna just put it out."
Yeah.
And that was how he could get out what he wanted to get out. So I'm like, Squad 4, Wayne was what?
Yeah.
Then people don't even know after that. After Squads, he had a something called the prefix and the suffix.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. One of them, I can't remember if it was a prefix or the suffix. One of them was all Jay-Z beats.
I think that was the suffix.
But I'm just saying, but that he's going crazy on them.
Yeah.
Then Carter One come out. Carter One hard, but still, it's not him being able to just do what he want to do. That's still the Manny Fresh beats.
Man,
And you rapping about this on
Carter
Manny
One.
beats.
Carter 1 is hard, bro.
Carter 2, the first one where Manny ain't there. But Carter 2, the first one where Manny Fresh ain't there.
Man, I don't know if I like Carter 1. Ooh, I think I might go Carter 1.
Yeah, bro, you been gone for like the last 10 seconds.
What'd you say? Can you hear me? Oh, there you go. Oh, nope. What the hell? And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It was frozen? Cause I was
It was
hearing.
froze, nothing for like a minute. When you be going out, you can hear me and see me. You just be gone.
Yeah, cause I can hear everything you saying. I'll be responding like a mother.
I told you, bro. You need some internet down there.
That joint be showing the full. I don't know. I figured out. I call Spectrum tomorrow.
Nah, I ain't no biggie.
Nah, but I'm saying it because it be showing like full bars, so that's a problem. That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah.
Nah, but I can't remember when you cut out, but
Nah, I was
yeah.
trying to say I wanted to say Carter 1 was the best out of the Carters.
Nah, no way. Carter 2.
You trying to say Carter 1 ain't even close to 2? Cause you saying no way a little strong right now.
No way.
All right.
No way. And I love Carter 1. No way. To me, it's Carter 2, 1, and so if I'm putting 1 after 2, like it means I like it. That's a lot of Carters. I'm saying 1 to me is the second best. But I feel like it's a big gap from 1 to 2. Like, you know how most people be like, he's the second best. And they be wanting to say like 1A, 1B type stuff. Nah, this is the first and the second to me.
Okay. Respect.
Just because of the and I love Manny, but it's some of the beats.
See, I think like
It's some of the
Carter 1 for me got the moments though, like Birdman, JR. It's just I don't know.
like I said, the music takes me to a spot. So I'm thinking Carter 1, Birdman Jr. coming out. I got a 1981 Chrysler LeBaron where the A fell off the back, so it says LeBron, and that's what we call my car, LeBron. So I'm riding around. So I'm riding around in the '81 Chrysler LeBaron, A fell off. LeBron, duct tape on the roof, spray painted the duct tape black to try to blend in with the rad top. Come at the car smelling like fumes. Had a girl in the car one day. She talk about I'm getting lightheaded. I said, just crack the window, baby. You gonna be cool.
You pulling up to the spot smelling like you just been on a motorcycle for 3 hours.
Smell like you just got them cutting grass for 4 hours.
That's
But you can't tell me nothing. I bought my car $1,000. Cat, y'all ain't got no cars.
Yeah.
I got my car, and guess what? My mama ain't buy my car. My daddy ain't buy my car. I bought my car. I prided myself on it.
Yeah.
So you can't say most people weren't saying nothing because they wanted to ride. Like I said, old girl, she ain't saying nothing. And I told her before, you gonna smell like fumes. She's like, I don't want to go to the party, wherever we was going. I was like, all right. She said, I'm getting lightheaded. I said, crack the window. The system was worth more than the car, probably. Them 212s in the trunk. So I'm like, yeah, off of a moment. I remember Birdman Jr. when rattling through the trunk, and right before I hit the turn to come into the parking lot where I know everybody gonna be posted outside, I restart the track and cut it up so my trunk hit harder.
You got to. You got to.
So that moment gonna hit different, but quality and song, I'm like, nah, too. But it's just that work ethic and on top of the work ethic, what I learned from Wayne, it's like it's like people can claim that they hard workers, but it's like, what are you working hard for? Because we know I'm that's one of my taglines, bro. Hard work don't pay.
Mm.
It don't. Everybody, oh man, I work hard. So for what? Because a lot of just because you work hard don't mean that you're being productive.
Right.
You can be working hard at a lot of nothing. You could be doing a lot of nothing.
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's real.
So it's like his hard work was for something, and it was all for towards the same thing, and he was consistent at that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like people spend so much time eh, doing so much hard work on stuff that has nothing to do with their actual goals.
Mm.
Somebody say that they want to make money. You got a goal of making you got a goal of making, let's say, a lot of people's goal. I know this was a number for me. You got a goal of making $10,000 a month,
Mm-hmm.
but you spending so much time on worrying what you spending so much time on you spending months on figuring out what a name and a logo is gonna be. If you don't go get somebody on Fiverr and pay them $10 real quick to come up with something,
Straight up.
my logo, that it's crowded at the top. That logo I posted, it's smack dab in front of every little thing that I'm posting right now. Pay
Mm-hmm.
somebody like $10, $15 for that real quick.
Yeah, that joint hard too. I rock with it. Rock with them boys pulling each other up on the mountaintop.
Yeah, I was like, but I like it too. But I had an idea. I'm like, yo, I want it like this. They sent me some stuff. I was like, nah, that ain't it.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't it. And here's the thing about paying premium prices. The premium price was like, if the regular price was 5, the premium price might have been 15 or 20. You get unlimited revisions.
Less than a bottle of wine. You can just say nope, 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 nope.
Yeah. But or they or we got a mutual friend. So say, he was doing stuff in real estate and he reaching out to me for some game. He was flipping a house.
Mm.
He worked hard at that. He worked hard to lose money.
Mm.
He worked hard to lose a lot of money. Was the hard work worth anything?
Man.
He's sitting in the house 5-6 hours a day doing work himself on it. I said, bro, just hire somebody to do it. You we you didn't get into flipping the house to be a contractor. You working backwards. You want to be a contractor? Cool. I'll go buy a house. I'll get you to work on it. If that's what you want to be a contractor. But he priding himself on working hard. He's showing his dirty, sweaty self, taking pictures like the hard work. I'm like, but what are you working hard at? That ain't got nothing to do with the goal. A real estate investor ain't out here sawing 2x4s. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they like, I'm working hard, but for what? Is this hard work that you putting in? If it's not for the goal, it's you just out here just doing a bunch of hard work for nothing.
For nothing, yeah.
Just to pat yourself on the back, be like, I work hard.
Man.
Wayne was working hard, but it was like for something. Wayne ain't sitting there in the studio all day making beats. Yeah, I worked hard, y'all. I made 10 beats. I thought you want to be the best rapper.
Yeah.
At most, he might have to be his own engineer. And at being an engineer, I don't mean sitting there mixing sounds. He hitting record.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta be my own cameraman a lot of times when we shooting the pod. I'm hitting record.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not editing the footage and mixing the sounds and making sure the EQ levels is right. You do that. I'm not chopping out.
Blake out here color grading.
Yeah, I'm not color grading. And taking the long form content and chopping it up into short form content and doing captions and sound effects and stuff. I could. And that would be a lot of hard work that I would be doing in the process of it. Like, yo, man, I sat there, I talked in front of a camera and I made entertaining content for an hour plus. And then as soon as that was over, then I color graded, I edited, I made sure that the sound levels was right. I mixed the sound, and then I chopped up all the content. I made captivating, short form, 20-second to 1 minute content that's gonna catch somebody's attention. Then I put these dope looking captions in it. Not only did I put the dope looking captions, I changed the colors on some of them so some of the words hit better than the other words. Then I put a bunch of sounds in them like woo, cha-ching, so people can get a little more, hit different levels of their sensories. And then I recorded different ads. And then not only did I record the ads, then I learned how to run the advertising platform. So then I can know how to read what a CTR is and this and that on the ads platform. And I'm like, I'm not doing all. That's not what I don't want to. I'm not running the ads agency. That's not my goal. So why I need to be spending all that time in the ad stuff? Who know how to do it? I'm not looking to be no videographer. Why I need to learn all this stuff? I need to find somebody that's doing it. Oh, and not only that, since my man does movies and works out in Hollywood, he showed me how to work the lights. Did you know that somebody on a movie set or production set that does the lights is called a gaffer? I'm also a gaffer. So I'm getting all of the craziest lights and I know how to do the lights and dim them here and there, whatever. No, I asked you what lights to get and I cut them on.
And not only that.
No, you was here and you set them to some level. I ain't touched them lights since you. Bro, I think you came here in December or something. It's September right now. You cut the lights came in later. So I ain't even touched the lights, bro. Cause when you was here at first, when you was here earlier, them was your lights.
That might have been February.
No, you came. No, you came. No, you came because you set them all up. Yeah, so you did come. This is like January, February. Yeah, so you did come. Whatever you did to them lights, I ain't touched the knob. I ain't tweaked it left or right. I cut them on. I cut them off. Why do I need to be figuring out how to work the lights and get perfect settings? Nah, bro.
That's hilarious, though. Saying not
But
only
that same but that same mutual friend though, just using the house for example. I remember one day he's in Houston, Texas. It's hot. Houston, 100 summer Houston, it's 100 every day. I don't care what the weather says on your phone. It's 100. It can say it's 94. Look at that heat and scroll a little down and look at that heat index. Gonna say 108, 110.
For sure.
He's in an abandoned house. He spent all day putting insulation in the attic. Or maybe 2 days doing it. Whatever it was, a lot of out, and bro, he's showing pictures of how dirty and grimy he is, sweating, like the hard work. I was like, bro, that's a 1-day job. You get somebody, you could literally go find somebody in the front of Home Depot, give them $100. That job gonna get done for the day. Get somebody to know what they doing, pay them a few $100. They gonna come with the machine and just spray it all. And I'm like, that job that could have been done in an hour. Took you 2 days. But you working hard, and he lost money on the house. What is the hard work for? Like we spend so much time working hard at doing stuff that we don't want to do. Like I said, I asked him, "You want to be a contractor, or you want to be a real estate investor?"
Contractor's not even doing that.
No, the subcontractor doing that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm like, so the hard work, you can be doing a lot of nothing, and a lot of people are priding themselves on doing a lot of nothing, thinking that it's hard work. And, you know, I'm a proponent of hard work, bro. I believe in it. But it got to be towards what the goal is. You can't just be out here working hard for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh man, now not only do I produce all this content, and I run a business, and I cook every day, and I clean every day, and I do my own oil changes, and I mow my grass, and I wash my car. And I hand wash all my clothes. I'm working hard.
Not the hand
You
wash.
don't shut your dumb ass up. No, I'm not working on being no car detailer.
Oh, that's hilarious, dog.
I paid $12 to get my car washed today. Took a few minutes.
Yeah, but that's a whole hour you do it yourself.
Probably more than that. I need to get the inside cleaned out. No, I'm not going to the joint and putting the quarters in the machine and vacuuming myself. Somebody else gonna do it real quick. I'm gonna go somewhere, probably pay them $30, and 2 or 3 dudes gonna be in there and get that done like that.
Yeah.
Versus me taking out a big chunk of my day. I'm working hard. For what?
Because you're gonna have to go get
That's what
some
money's.
cash. Because nobody got cash no more. You're gonna have to get some cash so you can put in the change machine and get you $5 worth of quarters.
And that's what money's for. That's what money's for. That's what people don't realize. Money's a tool. It gotta be used. And you don't. Like why would I sit there and spend all that time cleaning my car when I can just use some of my money to have somebody else do it, and then I got that time.
Mhm.
I got my oil change today. I want to get my car washed today. Got them both done in like under 15 minutes
Yeah.
combined. Dude changed my dude that changed my oil today. I went to one of them spots where you just drive up and you stay in your car and you do it.
Oh, I ain't seen that before.
Really?
Or you drive up and do the oil? Nah.
You serious?
Yeah, I ain't seen that. You stay in the car
Where
for the
you?
oil change? Nah, I ain't seen that.
Yeah, you just pull up. You pull up. You drive into the joint. You tell them which one that you want. You stay in the car. They do it. Pay them. You pull off. You in and out in 10 minutes max.
Nah, I ain't seen the pull up oil change.
Well, I pulled up oil change about 10 minutes. Like I said, max 10 minutes, and then right down the street, the gas station. I pulled into that. Paid $12 for the premium car wash. I was in the car wash for about almost for the amount of time that I was in the get my oil change.
Mm.
But I'm a hard worker. You know how long that would have took me to do my own oil change and wash my car?
Yeah.
I got them both done in less than 20 minutes.
Mhm.
Because money's a tool. It's useless unless you use it. Everybody
Mhm.
want to hoard it. You know how many people out there that don't go get their oil change because it will cost them a few dollars?
Yeah, my homeboy, he got a couple Porsches. He changed his own oil because it'd be like $300 to get it changed.
You shouldn't get a Porsche. Sounds like he need a Camry. Yeah, I'm for real.
Yeah.
You get a Porsche and choose to do you go get 3 Porsches and don't want to spend $300 to get the oil change. You should not have the Porsche.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it don't make sense.
Yeah.
You can't afford the maintenance, you can't afford the car. That's how I look at purchases. It's not can I afford to buy this right now? Can I afford to own this?
Right. Like a big house. A big
I don't want no
mansion.
big house. A lot of people say they want big houses until they have big houses.
Mm.
You know how many people I know that had the big houses is like
Miserable.
downgrade?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I was having a conversation with my mama. We was driving past because one of my goals used to be growing up. For those that don't know, I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. Lexington, Kentucky is literally the horse capital of the world. So that's what we known for. We known for horses, bourbon, basketball. That's why it threw me off when it got deep down south and started seeing different. I'm used to seeing a certain quality of thoroughbred horse.
Mm.
I get down to Baton Rouge and I'm seeing all them horses down there in front yards and stuff like tied to a tree like a dog. I was like, what is this? Well, I'm seeing
Yeah.
dudes. Oh, I get the Baton Rouge and I get to Houston. I'm seeing dudes at the gas station on horses and McDonald's drive through on horses. I was like, what is these? These don't look like no horses. I ain't never seen no horses like these before.
uh,
I'm
yeah.
seeing you seen some champion horses
Yeah.
when you came down.
Yeah, for sure.
My my man's shout out to Mr. Don. Mr. Uh Don Robinson. Mr. Don, he owns a horse farm. Whereas all these quality horses are there. Like he's sitting there telling us stories about you can tell it's his pet. Oh yeah, look up YouTube, the highlights on her. While he's
Mm.
petting the highlights on her, man. She won. she won this race and not the Kentucky Derby. I'm trying to think of what's after the Kentucky Derby. Uh, Nobody watching this will know the race, even if I can think of it. Everybody just has heard of the Kentucky Derby, but there's 3 races. That's why they have a Triple Crown one.
Right.
The Kentucky Derby is part of one of those 3 races.
Mm-hmm.
This horse had won one of those, like where it was like defeated all the odds and stuff to win this joint. So I'm used to seeing them type of joints. Now I see some skinny looking.
Little malnourishment.
Yeah, I'm like, what's up with these horses? But anyways, one of my childhood dreams that I had, I'm seeing all these big horse farms, and I'm will be like, man, it'd be cool to own a horse farm. Because me, a young kid in Lexington, Kentucky, I'm hearing adults talk about, oh, this is white people money. Like it's not attainable. So I'm just like, oh, it would be cool to own. But some stuff may not be attainable because, say, like Mr. Robinson, like I told you about, one conversation I got with him was, how do you get into this? How do you get into owning these horse farms? Because think of all the acreage that he owns out there when we went. That's not cheap.
Right.
To get all them acres on top of the values up, because it's a horse farm in Lexington, Kentucky. And not only is it a horse farm in Lexington, Kentucky, it's a horse farm where champions go. And all these super rich people are sending their horses there in between different time. Like you said, we went, it was wintertime. A lot of the horses that left, they was down south in Florida training. So it's like, even that, I'm like, how do you get into this? He's like, oh, I was born into it. You know, my parents, and then my grandparents, and then my great great grandparents, and I'm like, that's the generational wealth right there.
Yep, right there.
But I was just thinking about how you can't really afford stuff unless you can afford to maintain it. Because me and my mama, we was driving past, just like when you was in town, you know, how we was down there. The roads were Versailles Road, but how we was on Versailles Road, and to get to his horse farm, and then, you know, that castle and stuff that you saw.
Yeah.
Like when I go to where my mama's from, or the town she's from, we went to go holler at my uncle. You got to drive past all this stuff. And so we started talking about the horse farms, and then I was talking about Rick Ross came up in conversation, and I was like, I wonder how much, because like, yeah, he bought the promised land, but I'm like, Rick Ross got hundreds of acres up there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder how much it costs to maintain the promised land, because he obviously he can afford the maintenance on that joint. But I'm like,
yeah,
that got to be crazy.
He bought some more land too to add to it.
But I saw in the pen, but you know, Ross is the only rapper that I follow on social media.
Really?
Ross and Neelam are the only rappers I follow on social media.
I don't follow Neelam no more. I used to. But then I had a moment, I was like, why am I really following her? So then I unfollowed.
I think she's gorgeous. That's why I follow her.
And that's why I followed. And I like what she's doing, but I don't at the same time. So I was like, let me not, because I had a spree of unfollowing.
I already know why you don't like her. You don't like her voice.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her voice. And I had a spree. I was just unfollowing like all of the vain follows where I was, you know what I'm saying? Just lustful.
Yeah, that's just like me. I don't follow no IG chicks, no IG models. I don't follow none of them. Celebrity women, I'm trying to think of. I don't follow any.
Yeah.
I think the only one I may follow, which is a pointless follow because she don't post nothing no more. Uh, I think I'm not even sure if I follow her. Zoe Kravitz might be the only
Mm.
woman celebrity that I follow.
I follow Drea
So
still.
nah, I don't be and with what I'm about to do, I'm not even about to be on social media like that.
Yeah.
So so uh because it's a difference in um I was explaining this to my mama and to my uncle and my pops. I had these three come like within the same week. Cause my uncle, he's like, yo, you popped up on my phone one day. I was like, yo, he's making sense. And I guess he told my pops he saw because my pops got an Instagram, but he don't be on it. He just watches my stuff.
Mm.
He likes to watch my stuff, and he likes Willie D. He likes to listen to Willie D. So he go on there and look at see what I gotta say, and he listens to Willie D. I guess Willie D got a podcast or something. He listens to Willie D on YouTube.
Mm.
So he tap into Willie D on Instagram. But you know why you on there? My pops don't know how it works. So he thinks stuff is just popping up. Yeah, man,
Mm.
I was just on there listening to Willie D and you popped up. I'm like, well, you follow me. So probably as you're scrolling, that's what comes up
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Or you're on the explore page and it's showing you stuff that you interact with or similar stuff or whatever. He don't know that. So you're like, yeah, man, you just be popping up on my phone. And my uncle said the same thing. He called him. He's like, "Yeah, man, Blake just popped up on my phone, but my uncle don't got Instagram." So with me just now, and with what my uncle called me and was telling me that I was making sense about, this was stuff that I had recently posted on TikTok.
Mm.
So I'm like, he must got a TikTok or something, cause
Yeah.
cause I had just posted something like within the last couple days about like who is buying a house really benefiting, who's buying a car really benefiting, stuff like that.
Mm.
And I had just posted it on TikTok. He's like, yeah, when you said stuff about the house and this blah, blah, blah. I didn't think about it at the time until my pops was like, yeah, but he said he ain't got it wasn't on Instagram, it was on TikTok. And my pops thinks TikTok is a verb. So so my pops he was like, he's like, no, I don't think Blake be TikToking. Um, because he was like, in the TikTok like something you do. And I was like, what you mean? Like, yeah, I post. He's like, no, like it's like a something you do. Like, don't you gotta move your body? Something I don't know how to do it, but you like isn't it some kind of dance or something?
uh, that's
I was like,
funny.
no, people post dancing videos on there, but it's not a dance type of thing. But but I was explaining to them, I was like, there's a difference in what y'all think social media is and what I think social media is. Or
Mm.
there's a big difference in what the majority of the population thinks social media is and what I think social media is.
Mm.
I don't consume social media. I produce it.
Mm.
That's a big difference, bro.
Mm.
So I'm not going on social media for entertainment. I'm creating the entertainment.
Mm.
Or like I like to call it edutainment because
Mm.
I'm in the educational space, but I can't just sit there and just educate. It would be boring. So I got to put the entertainment with it, so it's captivating while you getting some game.
Right.
So I'm like, that's a different mindset of producing versus consuming.
Mm.
And most people, just in general, they stay in the consumer mindset. They don't produce anything. And then they wonder why they don't get ahead or why they're not making the money that they want to make, why their business isn't doing the business that they want to do. Because you're not producing anything. All that you do
Mm.
is consume. You consume social media. You consume television programming. You consume music. And then when you think of everything that you buy, all that you're doing is consuming. What do you do to give? What do you do to put out into the marketplace? That's called value.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get nothing back because you don't present any value to the marketplace. Then you go to your job or to your 9 to 5, and then you complain about how much money that you make for the amount of hard work that you feel like you're putting in. Doesn't matter how much work and how much time you feel as if you're putting into your job. You only give the company this much value.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, this is the amount of money that you get. The people higher up in the company, they may add more value while putting in less time.
Yeah, and that's always the case.
They get more work. They get compensated more.
Mhm.
Somebody sit there and get angry at a athlete and say all that they do is play a child's game. This basketball player gets paid hundreds of millions of dollars to bounce a basketball. No, that basketball player entertains millions.
Mhm.
And that basketball player, while they're entertaining millions of dollars, that basketball owner is getting thousands of people to pay price of admission to watch him play. That's value.
Mhm.
Then on top of that, since that basketball player is able to get thousands of people in the actual seats to watch them play, it provides jobs for the popcorn guy, for the cotton candy lady,
Mhm.
for the security. It generates revenue for all the bars and businesses around the arena on game days. It generates money for the city
Mhm.
because that arena is paying the city money to be there.
Mhm.
It's generating more money for the electric companies, for the water companies, for the gas companies.
Yeah.
You get where I'm going with it? It's like
Yeah.
then on top of that, since thousands of people are willing to pay the price of admission to see this person in person, a lot of people aren't able to get there in the arena. I wonder what we can do so more people can watch them outside of this. Hey, TV channel, you wanna give us some money to broadcast this game? Yeah, we'll give you the money to broadcast the game. So now the TV company is making money off of it. Now the TV company, since they're paying over here to produce to show the game to all these other people, then the TV company says, you know what? All these people want to see this basketball player play. Since we're paying some money to get on the channel, hey, Coca-Cola, we got this many million people watching. You want to pay us? You want to pay us for 30 seconds to show your product in front of them? All right, yeah, cool. Hey, Apple, I know you got that. I know you got those earphones coming out. You want to pay us? You want to pay us $800,000 for a 30-second spot? You know, shows people your headphones. Oh yeah, all right, cool. They're making money.
Mhm.
Then the people seeing the headphones for the 30 seconds go buy the headphones. They're making money. I thought he was just bouncing the ball and playing the kids game.
Hmm.
That's why he makes more money than the teacher.
1000%.
Teacher, what value are you bringing to the marketplace? Yes, you do a great job, commendable. Something to be very proud of. But as far as the money that comes off of that, the teacher's replaceable. You that teacher don't teacher whatever, you can go get the next teacher.
Mhm.
Teachers are everywhere. That basketball guy, that guy that just bounces a ball and plays a child's game, he's not everywhere. And what a lot of people don't know, there's only been about 5,000 people in the history of that child sport to ever play in this league.
Hmm.
So in the history of the game, only about 5,000 people have ever been good enough to play it at that level. He's pretty rare.
Hmm.
That customer service rep, yeah, you work a lot of hours, you put in overtime answering them phones every day. I can find somebody to answer the phones.
Mhm.
And if you wanna complain a lot about your job, I can get somebody in Latin America. I can get somebody in the Philippines. I can get somebody in India. You might want to shut up, cause I know somebody that will happily do that for $6-7 an hour,
Hmm.
like happily,
Mhm.
and will be able to support themselves from that.
Thank you so much, sir.
That's why they get the 100 million.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah, sure.
Deshaun Jackson got 200 million before he ain't scored a point for the Browns yet. They ain't even gonna get to play this year because he likes to get touched on. Right. But think of how much money he's gonna be generating. Like he don't just throw a football.
Yeah.
But people don't see that. So I'm like, what value are you adding to it? And you can't begin to add value until you get out of the consumer mindset and you start producing. And that's
Mhm.
on any level. Like start thinking, what can I produce? What can I produce? What can I produce? You gotta produce something. And that's how that shit go. Like with anything. Whether it be social media, I produce social media. This book that I'm reading right now, I forget what the stuff is called. Where is it? The chapters that are like before the first chapter. You know how you got like chapter one, but
Oh,
before that it'll be like
the
a
preface.
one part or two parts or something.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it was saying stuff that I already knew about social media. It was like, in order to become, it's a book on like I said, people be thinking this stuff I be doing just be by accident. I'm reading a book about TikTok.
Mm, mm.
Like people just be like, oh, you just know, nah, stuff's hidden in plain sight. Like,
Right. Right.
and I'm like, and that's why I'm such a proponent of mentorship and coaching. But I can get mentorship and coaching through a book also. This person has spent this amount of years doing this, and they put it all in a book.
Mhm.
I can probably finish the book in a couple days to a week and
Right.
get all their knowledge for the past 3 years.
Mhm.
Cool. I ain't gotta spend 3 years to figure it out. Or even past the 3 years, other years of advertising that they've done with Facebook and Google and super successful at this stuff, certain things that they've used for each thing correlates to each one
Mm. Mm.
by using the 80-20 rule. I don't know if you're familiar with the 80-20 rule, but the 80-20 rule is that 80% of your 80% of the efforts is going to be brought in by 20% of the work.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I recently I think I heard her Mosey say that last week, in a clip. Like I just heard that like recently.
What the guy whose book I'm reading about TikTok, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I would give it credit right now, but he's the guy that came up with the 80-20 rule.
Mm. Mm.
He's one of the authors of the book.
Mm.
So the 80-20 rule, 80% of the work is gonna come in off of 20% of the effort. So an example of that, 80% of your business is gonna come in off of 20% of the main 20% of the work. So if you got 10 salespeople, 80% of the revenue is gonna be coming in off of two of the salespeople.
Mhm. Mhm.
Does that mean that the other 8 people are useless? No, they're bringing in something, but the majority of it's coming in from
Mhm.
these two main people. And it's flip side, and it's like flipped also. Um, like and 80% of something's brought in off of 20% of s- something else.
Mm, mm.
Like it's flipped both ways. I don't know it that well to be speaking on it. I just started reading the
Yeah.
book. Like I've heard of the 80-20 rule, but I haven't read up on it. And in the
Mm.
first like chapter of it, they're like breaking down the 80-20 rule to give you like an understanding. If you don't know what it is, this is what it is, this how it
Mhm.
works,
Mhm.
blah blah blah. But first chapter, or not even first chapter, before the first chapter, it talks about in order for you to be successful with this, you have to get out of the thinking of how you think about social media. You don't consume social media. You're not on there looking at stuff to pass the time, which I don't. I don't be on social media just passing the time, looking and
Scrolling.
seeing what
Yeah.
everybody doing. He was saying he said him personally, since the book is about TikTok, he won't hop on TikTok until after 4:30, 5 o'clock p.m. for uh entertainment, if he does
Mm.
choose to. But he was like, but I might spend this many hours throughout the day in the back office of their ad platform analyzing stuff.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like it's a difference.
Yeah.
Which I already thought like that because I'm like because when you're producing content for people to consume, you're thinking of it from a different aspect as far as I'm gonna just get on here and scroll today, or I'm gonna just get on here and talk about whatever new show everybody's talking about. I'm talking
Mhm.
about House of Dragons, or it's like
Yeah.
it's a different mindset.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about social media right now, but when people get into a producer mindset, you think differently than 90 something percent of people anyways about everything it is, because you're producing everything, or you're thinking of how you can produce something. It's a totally
Mhm.
different mindset.
Yeah.
Like even you, bro, you be telling me certain stuff that you cannot. Like I remember you telling me one time it's hard for you to just sit and enjoy a show or a movie or something
Oh
because you
yeah.
produce so much content. Like you actually do make programming and actually have been
Mhm.
on real life true TV sets and movie set and
Mhm.
stuff. Like you're
Yeah.
not looking at Ozark how I'm looking at Ozark.
Not at all. And I never will be able to look at it the same again. Ever.
Because you produce media for people to consume.
Mhm.
So it's like whenever you're the producer of it, you're not thinking there's no way that you can see it like everybody else.
Mhm.
And today, if somebody says they want to be an entrepreneur, they say they want to be in business, they say they want to be a successful entrepreneur, you cannot look at social media from a consumer mindset. You hate money. If people are fighting against posts on social media, you hate money. I'm convinced of it. Because nowadays people ain't passing out business cards. People going to your social media.
Mhm.
I don't get the point of business cards. Like I can't tell you the last time I've handed out a business card.
Yeah. The only business card that makes sense today is the one that like just you could just tap the phone and then all your info come up. I had somebody pull that out on me the other day, like a week or two ago. I was like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
But it ain't something
yeah,
you give to anybody. You keep the card, you just tap their phone. And then all their
yeah,
socials and contact pull up. So I was like, oh, that's hard.
yeah. Or you could just take the business card out, which that does sound fly, but even take the business card out of it, that's something you can just airdrop to somebody.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Should write it all in a note or something. Airdrop it to them real quick. I,
Yeah.
I had the note like on hand all the time. So when you can,
Mhm.
here you go.
Mm-hmm. Because it did take them a little while to get it out the wallet. It wasn't as
Yeah,
smooth.
versus you could just go straight. You could just go straight to your notes or make a contact for yourself because iPhones you gotta have a contact for yourself in there, right?
Mm-hmm. And you may even
And
be
just
able
put
to store something in like your wallet, like your Apple wallet, like you do everything else.
but put all of that stuff either in like you said in a wallet. I don't know if you can share the wallet stuff through an airdrop, but or just put your excuse me, or just put your contact and put all your info in the info on your contact and just share the contact to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Airdrop it real quick. But nowadays, like your business card, the business card is your social media. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
what it is that you do. People gonna go to your social media. That's why everybody that out here got 9 to 5s with private pages. Why? Because they don't want their job to see their social media. It's the business card.
Right.
So what are you out here? What are you presenting to the world with your business card?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. People don't want to produce no social media. You don't want no bread. And right now, with what I've seen with TikTok, because I've only been on TikTok less than a month. The goal was to get 10,000 followers in 30 days. I did it in 23.
Mm.
So go initial goal 10,000 TikTok followers in 30 days. I got 10,000 in 23 days. It's reminding me of what Instagram was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm was upset with myself because I'm like I could have been doing this 2 years ago
Mm-hmm.
and been a solid brand on TikTok by now. Like imagine what that would be now
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
because everybody's complaining about the algorithm of Instagram. TikTok will be how Instagram is 2 years from now. So start posting on TikTok now if you have not started.
Mm-hmm.
I remember what Instagram was 2 years ago. In my brain, this is why I'm doing TikTok now because since I started posting, I'm like, okay, I got 2 years to run it up on TikTok. That's my mentality. I got 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 2 year, I got a 2 year window before TikTok turns into what Instagram is.
Mm-hmm.
During this 2 years, let's do it. And that initial 10,000 followers in 23 days, that's all organic. There's
Mm-hmm.
no way that you're getting organic traffic like that on Instagram right now. 2 years ago, you could,
Yeah.
because 2 3 years ago, I was getting 10 20 followers off of one post with hashtags.
Mm-hmm. Not
It's,
today.
it's not it's not like that now because Instagram's what Instagram lost their innovation. So the thing that's going to if they don't fix it, the thing that is going to kill Instagram, because it's always something new.
Mm-hmm.
The the thing that could kill Instagram is they lost they lost sight of their foundation and they have no innovation anymore. Because if you see what Instagram has done, all that they've done is emulate every new thing that comes
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
take it and turn it into its
Yep.
own. So Vine was popping.
Mm-hmm.
Vine and Snapchat was popping. They implemented the stories like Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
They implemented it. Vine was popping. They took they started to implement short form videos. They took it.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, they implemented the reels, but TikTok got too big too fast.
Mm-hmm.
So their algorithm, they're they're trying to implement TikTok's algorithm. but it's not the same. That's
Right.
why everybody's engagement across the board, from the regular person that just wants to show their friends their stuff that has 250 followers and they just want to show their personal friends and family the weekend that they had with their family,
Mm-hmm.
to the influencer. Everybody's stuff is down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dang, I can't. My parents, my parents and my cousins can't even see that we took little Jimmy to the pumpkin patch
Yeah, because they ain't showing it
because
to
the
nobody.
algorithm's not showing it to them,
Yeah.
because it's trying to emulate TikTok. They just don't get it down
Mm-hmm.
yet. So I'm like, if they keep on just trying to take everybody else's stuff and don't come up with nothing innovative, that's what's going to hurt them. But as far as natural engagement, what people want Instagram to go back to is what TikTok is now.
Mm-hmm.
And if Instagram wasn't like this 2 years ago, I'm thinking TikTok is not going to be how it is now 2 years from now.
Right.
So you get to it. You got a 2 year window, and I haven't even probably by I need to record some ads I'm gonna send to you. So probably either this week or next week I'm gonna start running ads on there too, because I'm like, okay, if TikTok's natural engagement is how Instagram's was 2 years ago, I'm thinking the advertising is gonna be
Mm-hmm.
the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be underpriced attention, and in the advertising and marketing, that's what you want to go for, is where is the attention the most underpriced.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's got to be over there. But
Mm-hmm.
so many people, they stay focused on mature attention, and that's where they want to spend their money at. So that's why they want to go run the Facebook ads, the Instagram ads. But it's mature attention. That's where everybody is at. Whereas over here on TikTok, I'm seeing the same people's ads over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, a lot of people ain't playing ball over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas any platform, you're gonna see the same people's stuff. Just like you said with you hopped on IG today and said you saw a few of my ads today,
Yeah, for
which I'm
sure, for
like,
sure.
cool. So since you interacted with you're gonna see my ads, but you're gonna see this person's ad, that person's ad, that person's ad, and then you're gonna see my ad, then this person,
Mm.
that person, that person, then you're gonna see my. I've been seeing the same, the same like four dudes, bro.
Mm.
I'm seeing this same young kid, the same young kid, the same young kid. I'm seeing the same dude, the same dude, the same dude. They both got agencies. Their their thing is acquiring, book a call to see if you're a good fit for their agency. So I'm their avatar.
Mm.
Come run my stuff, right?
Mm.
I'm seeing the same, but I'm seeing the same like four people, five max.
Mm.
But this whole however many days it's been, as of right now, we're recording this. It's the 27th. I made my first post on TikTok the second.
Mm.
During that time, when I have been scrolling my For You page, because I don't follow anybody on TikTok. So when I'm scrolling my For You page, when the ads pop up, it's the same
Mm.
couple of few people. And in my brain, I'm like, all right, yeah, a lot of people they not over here.
Yeah.
And TikTok, even though it's been here for a while, it's still new. Like that's why people like thinking that it's too late. No, it's still. You know how many people aren't on TikTok that's going
Yeah.
to come to TikTok?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. And here's the thing. People were saying just how I said my pops was like thinking that TikTok's just a dancing app.
App.
People go on there just
Mm-hmm.
to do dancing, and people go on there to and it's just young people. every social media platform we were every social media platform that exists started off just for young people, and then what happened? Older people came.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, I remember
Oh
Facebook
yeah,
was
for
just
sure.
for college kids.
Yeah, you have to have a
I
college email.
remember I remember one of the reasons I was looking forward to going to college was so I could get a college email so I could log on to Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You had to have a college email. Now, what do people think that Facebook is for? They think it's the old app, right?
That's real. Yeah.
Like people, like a young person that doesn't get on Facebook, they think that Facebook is for old people. They think Facebook is for their parents. They think Facebook is for their aunties and their uncles and their grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Which really, Facebook is still the biggest.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's what it, so it started off as something just for college kids. You could not get on it unless you had a college email. To everybody think it's the old people's platform. Instagram, same.
Mm-hmm.
Young people. And now everybody's mama and daddy got a granny got a
Making
Instagram.
reels.
Not for real.
They be making reels on that.
So TikTok started off kids dancing. Now you got people like me getting on there. I just told you my uncle saw me on there.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle called me talking about, hey nephew, we gotta sit down and talk because I knew you. I've been hearing about you doing your thing, but I've been hearing you. Like I'm like, man, I gotta talk to. I got this man's phone number. We gotta talk.
Yeah.
He saw what I'm talking about on TikTok. This dude's almost 60.
Hmm.
What you think is gonna be. So you don't gotta be on there dancing, doing all the pointing, funny stuff. Y'all, when the day comes that I just sit there and I point at videos, I'm just pointing at words. Just know something's going on. Something's going on. Cause I got it. It's one of my missions to never do this.
5 ways to build your digital asset.
Nothing against it. But that's not my brand. And I don't play the algorithm games.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
When you gonna do your side by side?
I got an idea about that too. I was thinking about doing one of them.
When
But
you
my
gonna
side by side was gonna be me. My side by side was gonna be me talking to reacting to mine.
Yeah, them side by sides funny, dog.
Because I don't make the side by side joints. Like I said, I produce social media. I don't consume social media. So I make the stuff that people make the side by side to react to me.
Right, right.
So I make the content that's captivating, that's prolific enough to where somebody else is gonna do a side by side reacting to me that's producing somebody else content that's introducing a new audience to myself. I ain't about to be introducing all y'all to all my audience. I don't even believe half the stuff y'all say. So I ain't about to not believe nothing that you say and then make a side by side because you made a cute little 32-second clip of where you said something profound finally.
Yeah.
I think every damn thing else you say is bullshit. No, I ain't about to introduce my audience to you.
Them side by side.
Not for real. And then I just look at certain people and I'm like, all right, they never do this. I don't have to do it. I ain't never seen Alex Hormozy do this. I ain't never seen Grant Cardone do this. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing it. Why I gotta do it?
Yeah.
I don't gotta play the algorithm games. I'm gonna just say what I gotta say. Say what's on my mind. Say what's on my heart. Inform people. Give value. And drop game. You catch it. You catch it. But I ain't gonna. That's I really don't want to. Nothing's wrong with it. I get it. I teach people that I drop game this. I drop game this episode on just saying. A lot of people don't even know how to find the trending sounds. I know how to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Today, a lot of people are gonna learn. I never knew that if I just hit the sound and if it has an arrow, y'all. You want to get on Instagram? Go to in the middle bottom. It's gonna be the Reels tab. Hit that. You're gonna see all the reels pop up as you scroll through them. If they have an arrow pointing up, it's a trending sound. You're gonna get more engagement if you use that sound. If you just see a musical note, it's not a trending sound. It's just showing you the song name. Same on TikTok. A lot of people don't know that. But nah, fam. I'm like, and let me shout out some black entrepreneurs too, because I know I just shout out two white dudes.
Big business.
Yeah, shout out Greg Parker, big business. I ain't never seen big businesses doing this.
Hey, he the furthest thing from. He ain't even giving you those captions. He in the hood with the cell phone footage. Like, we recording? He be like, and he put his finger, we recording? I bet. And then he get to it.
Shout out big business, Greg Parker. If y'all don't know who big business is, one of the goats in it, one of the goats in the real estate game out of Philly too. Greg Parker, big business. Look him up. I can't think of his IG handle. Like, it's big business, but he got a lot of Z's in it.
And maybe even an underscore in that joint.
No, I don't think it's whatever it is. It's a lot of Z's, and business don't got one Z in it, y'all. And he got a lot of Z's in that joint. And I know if I got fake pages everywhere, he probably got fake pages everywhere too, especially with all them Z's. Make sure y'all catching the right number of Z's.
Like, I just got my screen man on. He got 2 Z's, 2 E's, and 3 S's.
So the one with 2 Z's, 2 Z's, what?
2 Z's, 2 E's, and 3 S's.
So the big business with 2 Z's, 2 E's, and 3 S's, that's the right one. If y'all hop on the one with 3 Z's, it's probably it's
2, 2, 3.
Just remember. And before I get off of this too, y'all, I just want to say this, because I do have a certain respect for the scam pages. And this is why I have a respect. You know, I get scam pages all the time, bro. I get fake pages all the time. I get messages in my DM literally every single day of people notifying me that I have a new fake page, right? Mm-hmm. And this is where the respect level comes in, because the scam pages is doing everything that I'm telling y'all to do to make money. Y'all don't do what the scam pages do. They produce content every single day. They're responding to comments every single day. They're responding to DMs. They're making sales and closing. You won't even post, make content, say nothing about your business. Even though I'd be like, dang, I hate that this person just scammed you. Last week, somebody got scammed out of $600 from one of my fake pages. I asked, we said, no, it is tough that they got scammed out of the $600. They have not even bought one of my products. So you thinking that you can do business with me and get a quick flip? Yo, send me $600. I'm gonna send you back $1,200 tomorrow. Bet.
Hey, right now, I'm riding horseback in the rainforest with a group of high-level entrepreneurs, all 6, 7, and 8-figure earners. The thing is that while we're here enjoying our life, we're all generating income right now because we know how to monetize our IP, our intellectual property. The problem is that you either have a gift and you don't know how to monetize it, or you don't know what your gift is. I want to help you tap into that gift to where you can make income while you're just living your life enjoying the fruits of your labor, and making income literally 24/7. Go ahead and tap in and join me at the top. It's crowded at the top.
But I got an ebook that teaches you 99 ways how to make money off of social media for $47. You ain't buy that. I got a 5-day digital asset challenge where you get to spend 5 entire days with me. You go VIP, you get a bonus day, 6 days with me, and get all the game. I charge $5,000 an hour to get on the phone for coaching. You can be with me for 5 days for $300. Don't get that. I do have a $5,000 course, but whatever on that. But you don't tap into none of that stuff. I got a community where you get access to me weekly, plus access to other 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs and a network of hundreds of entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs to network with and build with for less than $1 a day. It's like $27 a month. I give you 4 months free if you sign up for the year. It's less than $200 to get access for the year. You don't tap into that. But you quit to give the scam page $600 because the scam page told you they'll give you whatever the next day or something.
Man.
Then you DM me, woe is me. I got scammed by one of the AstenCeo underscore OOO page that has 8,000 followers and 32 posts, and all 32 posts was posted within the last 24 hours. But you see the mentality of these people? Like, I feel for some of them, but then other ones I don't feel for you because I'm like, I give you no excuses. There's something at every level that you can tap into and get real game and get these testimonials I have. They're not they're not just popping up out of thin air. It's people getting the information and applying the information. But people out here getting scammed by all these people's fake scam pages and stuff. When it would be you could get more value for cheaper.
Mm-hmm. But that would
And
involve
even
them
if
doing work, though.
I know, but even if the scam page did come through with whatever it was that they're telling you that they're gonna give you, it's a one-time pop instead of you knowing how to do this for yourself over and over and over and over and over and over again. But I do have some respect for the scam pages. Like, nah, I don't respect how you get your bread, but I respect that the scam pages is taking my teaching more seriously than a lot of people. What do I say, bro? I say you need to take social media seriously. You need to post at least 3 times a day. Scam pages is posting at least 3 times a day. My fake pages. So you need to be active in your stories every day. My scam pages, they're active in their stories every single day. I say you need to promote your business every single day. My scam pages are promoting my fake business every single day. As soon as you get a comment come in, if you're able to, especially within the first 5 to 6, 7 minutes of the post, engage with every comment. The scam pages are engaging with every comment that comes in.
Even if it is a yellow thumbs up.
When you get a DM, because the scam pages, they're doing all the business in the DM. They're closing people in the DMs. When you get a DM, respond to that DM. I'm at the point now I can't respond to every single DM. But respond to the DM. That could be a customer. See what they need, what they want. These people, they're sending me screenshots of the combos that they're having with the scam pages. They're doing the work. They're responding to that DM that comes in. They're not hitting decline when the request comes in. They talking. They letting you know what's available. They seeing what your wants and needs are. They seeing what are you here for. They telling you what they provide and what they about to do, and they closing you. You won't even do that with your business. How a fake page do more work than you? but you won't be successful. They would probably be going live. If they had the ability to go live every day, they probably would. That's something I tell people to do. There's just no way to fake the live.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Scam.
But people need to ask themselves, y'all. All these scam pages that y'all see, and I do appreciate the daily messages. Let me know that I have fake pages. I know it's just something that come with the territory. As you all build your brands, you all will get fake pages pop up all the time. There's going to be absolutely nothing that you can do about it, because when you report it, they're going to hit you back within 48 hours and say, we found nothing wrong with this page. They have not they have not violated any community guidelines. They're gonna tell you that 100% of the time. That's why I don't even report them no more.
Which is crazy.
I've got messages like 100 times of this page has not violated any community guidelines. You say this page is impersonating somebody. Who's it impersonating? It gives you an option. Me, somebody I know, some other figure. I say me. Sit there, got my profile picture, the same as that stuff that's in my bio. Some of them may change it. I got my phone number in there. Y'all give me shoot me a text, 859-605-3297. Some of them will have a different phone number in there. I saw a couple of them. They got a different phone number, so people are texting the fake pages. And whatever they don't do. We found that this page is not violating any community guidelines. I've got that like 100 times. I was like, all right, cool. But it just comes with the game. Just think everybody's stuff gets. I saw my real estate my real estate ebook, the 99 ways to flip houses without no cash or credit. You know how many places I done seen that for sale? I'm gonna send every single one of them a cease and desist, and nah, man, like it happens. We just had a whole episode talking about how Lil Wayne, all his music was getting bootlegged. Like it just
Right.
You get to a certain point, it happens. You know how many fake Nikes is out here?
Fake Nike, fake Gucci, fake Louis, fake everything.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it ain't what you supposed to be. Oh, everybody's bootlegging my shit. Oh! At first it throw you off. At first you be like, what? And you be like panicking, like, ah. But then you be like, they ain't making no bread off of that. Because of my marketing, everybody's coming to get it from me. They don't know where to go find your bootleg or whatever joint. I saw a real estate ebook up a couple weeks ago on something. I don't even know how I came up to this random site. And I was like, huh.
What they was selling it for?
I don't even remember. But I was just like, all right, never heard of that. Like, I know they ain't getting no traffic.
Man.
But it's funny just the mindset behind these people, because I'm like, you can make your own stuff and follow the blueprint of you see my marketing and go do the same thing. But it's just like so many people put so much thought and effort into scheming, or so many people put so much thought and effort into hitting a one-time lick, which is why the scam pages work. Obviously, they're working. People want to make scam pages all the time. Literally today, bro. I can't make this stuff up. And this is how the scam pages do. Because I told you I'll be studying everything, bro. I study the scam pages too. These scam pages they're not just pages of me. You see this page that this person put up?
Who that? Who that?
You see him?
Mm-hmm.
Audience? I don't know if y'all can see him or not. Is it gonna focus? I don't know. But look at all his content.
Mm.
You see his content? It's me,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the caption? I mean the bio? It's my bio.
Mm-hmm.
You see the followers? What do you got?
11.2.
11K followers? Hold up, my nighttime mode just came on. So let me show the audience real quick again. So if you see this guy, this is how the scam pages work. You see this guy, whoever he is, y'all see that's not me. I don't know if this is focusing or not. 11,000 followers. You just bought them all. If y'all see his content, it's me. The bio is my bio. Right now, it was even his handle's different. Now it says something. I don't know if they can see that, but you even see his handle something different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody screenshotted this and sent it to me. Probably didn't realize by the time they screenshotted, dude had just changed it. So right now, it was a fake AstenCeo page. He just changed his profile picture. Whoever that person is in his profile picture is probably about to be the next fake page that it's gonna be.
Right, right.
The fake pages don't just make a fake AstenCeo page and that's all it is. Some of them, that's all they are. But the people that's really out here doing it, or maybe that's what he looked like, or he just by the change. But the people that's really out here doing the fake page stuff, the fake pages aren't just the AstenCeo page. They'll do what they can with the AstenCeo page,
They move on.
and then when people get hit to it, or if it, then they get what they need from it, or a lot of people get to notice that it's a fake page, then they change it, and then it's somebody else's fake page.
Yeah.
Then that same page will be him 500 fake page tomorrow, and then the week after that it might be a fake Nehemiah Davis page. No, Neo ain't gonna get a fake page. He got a blue check. Don't nobody with blue checks got fake pages for the most part.
See,
But you get what I'm saying?
I just went in the IG. So Prada Jones is like somebody for real. He got 219,000 followers.
Yeah, so I said, so it's that. So shout out to whoever you just said, but that URL that they're using now is about to be. It's about to be that page. They just ain't changed the pit. They just ain't changed the bio and the
Right.
and the photos and stuff yet. Yeah. But they just gonna delete all my content, post a whole bunch of the new guys' content. They already got the 11,000 followers that they bought. And now it's gonna be a fake page for that person. They gonna post up 20 something, 30 posts in the next day or so. So they have the content up there. The people that are getting scammed don't even take the 2 seconds to scroll down to see, oh, he just posted 30 posts today.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. When he gets done with whoever that Jones dude that you said, they're gonna change the picture, delete all his content. Then it's gonna be a fake Myron Golden page. Then they're gonna delete his stuff, change the profile picture. Then it's gonna be a Alice Hormozy page. Yeah. Then they're gonna change the profile and just keep on keeping on. That's one of the reasons why some of them don't get taken down, because it's like, you said this page was imitating AstenCeo. This is a this is a David Shands page.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's crazy world, dog.
And that's where the respect comes in. Like I said, I don't respect how they make their money, but the strategy behind it I respect, because I'm like, they're putting in more strategy and planning than you, where you all over here, I'm giving you every way, shape, and form I possibly can to get the information. The people that get scammed intentionally choose to not get the information, to not tap in, and they get scammed using stuff that I could easily coach you and teach you how to do for yourself.
Right.
And make recurring income versus thinking you're gonna hit a quick lick, and your lick that you sending these people money for, it ain't even no lick. It's $500 we talking about, $600, $1,000.
Yeah.
There's one lady that told me she sent $600. This was like some of her last.
Man.
I'm like, and I got something over here that you can tap into and get. You can talk to me
Mm-hmm.
for $1, less than $1 a day, for some cents per day.
Yeah.
$27 a month is what? $27 a month is $324. She lost $600. You can get access to this crowded at the top community. $27 a month. It's less than what you got scammed off of. People sending me messages, yeah, $400, $300, $600, $700. Like, bro, why ain't you just join the community?
Mm-hmm. Because you could just pay for the year and then come out under 2.
Yeah, pay for the year. A year. You sign up for an annual membership. It's $197 for the year.
Mm-hmm.
You get 4 months free. I'm giving you every opportunity, bro. The ebook, $47. 99 ways how to monetize your social media. You come out way, way cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Challenge, a VIP ticket to the challenge. You spending 5 days online with me, where you get an hour Q&A session before the teaching each day. VIP day bonus also, so you get an extra bonus day. 6 days with me. I charge $5,000 for an hour for an hour of personal coaching.
Mm-hmm.
You get 5 days where I'm breaking down the entire game. Stuff that I charge right now $35,000 for my mastermind. You can come and get it for 5 straight days for $300. It's still less than what you got scammed for.
Yeah.
But like you said, people don't want to. That it's information's on me, execution's on you. They don't want to execute.
Mm-hmm.
So they see the two. They see uh oh great, I can. AstenCeo said that if I send him this much money in crypto, he's gonna send me back this much money in crypto. What have I ever said on my platform about crypto?
Yeah.
To whereas you feel comfortable sending me $600 worth of Ethereum. And I told you I was going to send you back $1,200 worth of Ethereum tomorrow. Like, man, some people, I hate to say it, but some people deserve it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I get
Like,
it.
come on, man.
Yeah. No, AstenCeo's is talking to you through the DMs. Especially the first, bro, you hear how I talk. It don't even be on some how I talk. Bro, the screenshots they send me, bro, it be on some greetings. How are your um
Yo, what up? Right now I'm out ATVing in the rainforest with a group of high-level entrepreneurs. I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur. My mentor, Nehemiah Davis,
Listen to
8-figure
me.
entrepreneur.
Listen to me, y'all. And I don't even want to put him in a box. I know you teach 99 ways how to get into real estate, how to use OPM, But this man's gonna teach y'all just entrepreneurship, period. How to get in the game, stay in the game, and get that 6 and 7 figures, man. This man constantly investing in himself, putting himself in rooms. This is why he's on that next level. This is why he's been making this type of impact for so many years. But now that man coming out and helping y'all do it. So when Blake said, yo, I'm about to go crazy, I said, I'm looking at it. So listen, if y'all interested, getting your money right, getting your time back, and be able to scale and grow your businesses, AstenCeo, Blake, I'm telling y'all, don't look nowhere else. When you told me the 99 ways, though, peep this. I never heard nobody say 99 ways.
Right.
I heard about 1,
You heard a couple.
2, 3, 4, 5 max. 99?
99.
Yeah, okay. Y'all
Crazy,
tripping if
y'all.
y'all don't. But
Hey.
I really don't. 99 ways? It's impossible to fail.
Most important thing y'all can do is get in the room.
So a lot of stuff online gets misinterpreted. That's especially why I don't like to do like if somebody got a problem with me, we not text. Because text can be misinterpreted too.
Yeah.
Just off of the way that I actually talk. I say yep. And I text yep you text me all the time, bro. I text yep all the time. Like with 2 or 3 U's with a P. Yep. What if somebody feels some type of way about what I'm saying, and I'll be like, yep, all right, I got you. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I could really be saying, yep, all right, I understand where you're coming from. It won't happen again. I text it, yep, all right, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What is he? He go, yep, all right. Because you don't hear it. It's open to interpretation. So I'm like, that's what I've realized with short form content too. It's open for interpretation. And then also a lot of the comments and stuff be I said something about something everybody killing me for right now in my comments was something about some post about credit cards. But you left out this and that. I'm like, you don't got the whole I probably talked about it in the conversation. Y'all realize this is you only have this much time on the clip. You only got this many seconds for the reel. You only got this many seconds for the TikTok.
Man.
I know the reels go up to 90 seconds or something now, but ain't nobody tuning in for no 90-second reel. And the only reason they doing that is because TikTok just like I said, they're not doing anything original. TikTok just opened up to where they giving you a couple minutes, but ain't nobody hopping on TikTok to watch no couple minutes.
Ain't it can't you post some 10-minute shit on TikTok?
Yeah, it's like long form, but ain't nobody going on there for that now. But they want to start taking some of YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to know if you want to know the future of TikTok, I wish I could think of it off the top of my head. This may have to be something I talk about next episode because I can't think of it from the Asian version or Chinese version of TikTok, which Americans, we so dumb that we're calling it the Chinese version of TikTok, whereas TikTok is the American version of the Chinese version. But we'll be there like, oh no, the Chinese version of TikTok is this and this and that.
Yeah.
No. They made an American version, or they made a version for the rest of the world to use. But we'll call their version the Chinese version.
Yeah.
No, there's the original. They watered it down for us. If you go see what theirs looks like, it's way different than what ours is. So I'm like, the future of it, people want to see what the future of it could be, go look at the OG.
Mm,
They got long form content. They got all kinds of stuff over there.
yeah.
But still though, I'm like at most I'm clipping up 60 seconds at most. A lot of stuff ain't even 60 seconds. It might be 42 seconds, 23 seconds, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
At most a 60-second clip. You can't get that in depth in 60 seconds.
Not at all.
But I don't mind it because it be driving the engagement, but people be like, "Oh, but you failed to mention." Yeah, because you can't mention everything in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And even in the episode, even in the podcast, I could talk 6 hours about something. You can't talk about everything.
What more do you want from me?
Yeah, I can sit there and talk about flipping a house. Or uh you didn't talk about how to install floors. Damn. I didn't know you wanted to do the floors yourself.